This video explains how we create a new client that we can then use to source a mortgage with or to browse the market with. First of all, we have to access the new client function within the sourcing tile. This opens up a number of tiles in front of you, as you can see here. Now you'll see by default that it only switches on the first applicant tile. If you want to include a second applicant, then simply use the button in the bottom right hand corner called Applicant 2, and this will display a second tile for you. As you can see, it's now filled the screen. If you're using a touchscreen device, you will have to swipe across to access the fourth box that you'll see. We'll only use one applicant information today, so I'll switch that off again. Now all of the information that we type in here will be carried through into the other sections of the software, so you don't have to keep typing the information in over and over again. What you'll see in the first applicant box is that there is a red box around the surname. This indicates that it's a mandatory field. So if you don't want to complete all of the information on your client at this stage, at least by completing the surname, it allows you to source on that client at a later stage and add in further information for them. You'll see the mortgage details tile as well in the middle here. Now again, the mortgage details tile will pre-populate into sourcing for you. If you don't want to complete the details here, you don't have to. You can complete them when you go into sourcing. The third tile at the end here is the documents tile. Now at the moment we haven't carried out sourcing for our client. We haven't produced a KFI, so therefore there's no documentation saved against the client file at this stage. If we'd completed our sourcing with the client, then all of the documentation that we've produced for the client will be pulled back here and stored so that you can review that. And we'll see this in another video when we look at full sourcing. So let's show you how to create a client. Simply follow the instructions in the boxes here. Type in the information on your client. And you can use your tab key to tab down to the next box. Or alternatively, you can use your finger if you're using a touchscreen device to tap into the fields that you want to complete. And we'll give our client a salary. Now I don't have to fill out the mortgage details, but as I'm in this screen, I might as well do them now rather than have to do them a bit later on. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that now. Now the functionality down in the bottom right hand corner allows me to save and close the client file down and come back to it at a later stage. Or I can select the client and take him into some insurance quotations. Or I can take the client information that I've captured here and go straight into sourcing for a mortgage. Now at this stage, I'm going to save and close the client file. This will save the information for me and I can come back and view that client later on and use the client wherever I want to within the software. And you can see now, as he's my most recent client, he becomes client number 1. And there's a little number 1 at the top of the tile here. And I can see his details in front of me. Now there's some other functionality that's appeared now on the screen. The back button takes me back. The view button allows me to view the tiles in a medium and small format. So the smaller I go, the less information I view. I can go back to my large tiles again. I can use my sort by function to sort into the most recent or alphabetical order by surname. I can use my search function to search for my client's surname or postcode. And I can also create another client at this stage as well if I want to. This ends this video, and the next one I will show you is how to find that client again.